Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Boom!
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in hour number 2, OTB 1045, ESPN, Baton Rouge. Jake Flynn, Alondra Tate, all here with you. Obviously, spent the entire first hour talking about LSU going to Clemson, South Carolina, and taking down the Tigers 17-10. But also, there's some other games happen across the landscape in college football. Tate, as we're sitting here talking maybe about some of our biggest takeaways, can you pull up the OTB top 25 graphic and maybe have that there on the back screen? Because
we want to talk to the haters, right?
We put it out there, and look, I mean, no top 25 certainly in the preseason is going to be perfect, but we had a lot of people. You have Ohio State at 1, LSU at 2. Like, what are y'all doing? Gosh, who had the 2 biggest wins of the weekend?
Let me think here. Well, LSU, we talked about that for the first hour, so I'd say LSU.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ohio State had a pretty big win
over
the number one team in the country.
Yeah.
They beat the number 1 team.
Yeah. Not our number 1 team.
And they were the favorite.
Yeah. Not our number 1 team.
Not our number 1 team.
We had, Alondra had Texas at 9. Turns out, ball knower.
Wow. Is that Texas at number 9?
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to be ranked this week.
I got a text from our coworker, not going to name any names, Chris Marler, on Thursday saying, wow, Taylor, I bet you're the one that put Alabama at 12. That's dumb. I was like, I did.
You know what? It was dumb. We should have put them lower.
It was a little too high.
That is on me. That is on me.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, I mean, is it perfect? No.
We should have flipped this one. We don't love Notre Dame. We didn't think they were going to be good. Maybe we felt a little pressure on them.
I owe Carson Beck an apology.
I said Notre Dame's a team that's in the top 10 that could finish outside the top 25.
Yeah.
But we're banking on Marcus Freeman being able to go to Miami and get a win. But Carson Beck, you played well, really well.
We probably didn't calculate in the heat element. We did. We were talking about the heat element when Boise State went to play South Florida and got beat. But we didn't talk about Notre Dame going to play in Miami, which is a big difference. So
humid.
Is
Notre Dame not hydrated?
Beck,
My bad, Carson.
Yeah,
but also maybe we had it a little wrong. We were like, okay, he's gonna have a bad season because of all the drama in the off season. I think it maybe just fueled him.
Yeah.
Like we had it flipped. Like instead of it bringing him down, it just fueled him.
Nobody's perfect on their polls. I mean, we're pretty damn good, but nobody's perfect. Brian Kelly, though, big time win week 1. It's weird because I was told that Brian Kelly was holding Notre Dame back. So it's just weird that they didn't get the big time win Kelly did.
That is really strange.
Odd that occurred. It's almost like Notre Dame not a championship program, but
it turns out it might have just been lack of hydration.
It could have.
Holla at your boy. Irish, let's go.
Leighton, this is from before the season. He said no Florida State. This is preseason. We're just revisiting what we put out in the preseason because, again,
haters going to hate.
We had Texas. Alondra put Texas at 9, and a lot of people were like, oh, my gosh, how could you put Texas at 9? Well, it turns out they're probably
because they had a new quarterback. New offense. I mean, their defense is still very solid from what we saw on Saturday, but, I mean, I just couldn't put Texas above that when they have unproven offense.
Well, and then we talk about their weapons a lot.
Yeah.
4 of the 5 O-linemen first-year starters.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're basically the entire offense is new.
And Ark looked a little out of place.
He did.
I mean, it's first game, so there's no judgment here at all. It was a really tough situation. You're playing.
I feel bad for him.
Probably,
he didn't ask for this hype, and people crucified him all weekend. Playing quarterback's hard.
This whole week, it's going to be more of the same.
And we knew this. We said this. It's like, man, the amount of pressure on this kid, at least externally. Maybe it's not internally, but like it's hard to block out the noise this day and age with social media. But the amount of pressure putting on him, is completely unfair for the kid. Because if he goes out and plays well, the noise is going to be so loud, it'll be deafening that he's going to be the Heisman winner and number one, blah, blah, blah. But if he doesn't play well, it's going to be deafening in the, like, there's a no-win situation for the kid on that first game. And like at SEC Media Days, like, he walked around like he was the Beatles. Like he walked around with paparazzi, everybody flocking all around. Like, I can imagine the pressure that puts on you. So it was unfair. But yes, he did not play well.
Yeah.
Firstly,
tried.
First play of the game. They tried. Like, he did
They tried to get him comfortable. He never did.
It's just tough. Like, it's an adverse environment like that. An 11 a.m. game is never friendly to a quarterback. It's just not.
Like, we know it was noon local time, but body clock, it was 11 a.m. Is what Flint's telling you there.
I saw a stat. He was 37% off target.
Yeah. He never got comfortable. I mean, they tried easy throws for him to get going in the game. I mean, and he never hit a crosser. It was either low, behind, high. Like, he never hit one of those crossing shallow routes. And that's what Sarkisian was trying to get.
It looked like a young quarterback, right?
He's going to get better, I think.
Yeah.
And we went over it before. Their schedule is pretty favorable. So, I mean, he's going to get to a point to where he's going to look good. It just sucks because everybody hyped him up so much. And he didn't ask for that. And you come out and you don't do great. So it just, I feel bad for him.
And based on this factual poll, they'll still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They'll just finish ninth.
Right.
Which, hey, whatever. You don't get the first round bye, who cares? More football for your fan base.
Yeah,
should we every week hit a little shuffle? Not 25 maybe?
No,
maybe the top 10.
Top 10. Every week,
10 or
top 10.
15.
That's what I was saying. Like, I texted Taylor yesterday, and I was like, should we update it every week? Just a quick, like, it doesn't have to be like a full
We'll talk about it internally.
Right.
Yeah.
Just give it to
Here's what I think.
Give the
Top
people what they
10
want.
every week, and then do a mid-season top 25.
Yeah.
And then an end of the year. And then every week, update top 10.
I do have something for us. I think, like, if you're listening to the show and you're a believer in the one total brain cell in this room and how we know ball.
CTE, OTB.
Like, we don't know a lot of things in life, but we know ball.
That's right.
So if you followed us and are sitting there, you might have an extra couple million in your pocket because you're like, that Pontoon Parlay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me with my little tiny brain, but these guys know ball. So I'm just going to follow them blindly into the fray. Yeah. I get it. If you were a foxhole guy and you put we nailed the Pontoon Parlay, people. That's
we
4
really
picks
did.
What were the
against the line.
What were the odds? Do we know, like, the final odds? It had to be.
I don't
it was
remember.
against
Somebody
the spread.
tagged-
It wasn't nothing straight up.
I think it was plus 900.
Okay.
Maybe it was plus 1,800. I can't remember.
Hold on. I think somebody
took
tagged
it.
me in it.
Yeah.
I took it, cashed out. So what we're going to do is this hour, we're going to give out this beautiful OTB turnover chain to every person throughout this hour.
Yeah, you get to okay. You get to say your pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we bought it, so we might as well use it.
Right.
Right? This is
True.
going to be a group effort. So we're going to give it to Alondra first.
Yep. Okay. Hey, you go ahead and you get the turnover chain there.
Get her neck
Alondra.
workout in.
Let's go. The under, Florida State, Alabama. It whispered to the over, but it never got there. Let's go. OTB turnover chain. Ball knower. Let's go.
Let's go.
Pontoon Parlay, first week out.
Wow. There's a lot of gambling shows out there that didn't hit parlays.
That was probably the most intense one. Or the South Carolina one.
South Carolina for a while.
It was last, too.
Yeah.
Like, all 3 games were on Saturday. That one yesterday. Like,
There's a lot of
We knew
people
that.
that are like, hey, should we cash out here? It's like,
No,
I know
no,
somebody
no.
tagged me. They were like, I want to cash out. And I said, don't do it.
Don't do it.
do
It's
it.
hitting.
that's what it's going to be.
Ain't no guess.
And so now, like, we got a book on these teams. And so on Friday, we'll put you together another Pontoon Parlay.
We're going to have to take pics and post on the IG.
speaking of the turnover chain, I'm leaving Friday, looking to the office next door. One Mr. Matt Flynn, hard at work, taking links out of this turnover chain.
That's right.
Wait,
exactly
y'all
right.
took links out of it?
Took links
Took
out
You
of
know,
it.
it's
out
kind
of
of
it.
long. It was really
was
for like,
super
It was
long.
really
I didn't.
long.
When he
thought
first brought it in
I
here,
thought
it was like-
still
It was
the
down to
same.
your knees
Yep.
the other day, pretty much.
when he first brought it in, it was like, is that for Shaq? Because it's not for us.
Yep.
And so he took some links out of it. Well done.
It was so low on me. It was like a biblical fig leaf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
It looked
covering
like-
up my junk.
Yeah, it kind of, to me, it kind of looked like this glorious belt buckle that I once got from Kansas City, Missouri, that had a big H on it.
Oh, sure.
It made me
Beautiful.
feel like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I used to
it
have a
was.
belt buckle that was awesome. It was like I could wear it right here, and then it would flip down,
Yeah.
and it would become a little platform, and a little wire cup holder would pop out. You could
from the belt buckle.
Were you
put a Dos Equis
gadget? That's awesome.
I could put a little Dos Equis there and just walk around.
All right.
Hope they still make those.
I never heard that they made
really
those
long
in the beginning.
straw where you didn't even have to pick it out. You had the straw
sweet.
coming through. So
no, I don't drink Dos Equis with a straw. Gives too much gas. Makes it gassy.
I would probably trust you or not trust you if you did that. Sorry.
I
mean, speaking of pontoon parlays, putting some plays together, the rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturday just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game. Put your knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts with live betting, rivalry week odds boost, and more. DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to own every Saturday. And here's something special for first timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Baton Rouge. That is code Baton Rouge for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only. Auto removes until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Woo! Limited time offer. Wow.
Nailed
I think I messed that
it.
one up, but you get it.
You got it.
A lot of slashes.
You can't mess with the disclaimer, though. It's like it's so long.
All right, when we come back, we will give you our biggest takeaway from the college football weekend that was outside of LSU dominating the Clemson Tigers, and we'll do it right here when we jump back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. When you go to the website, always remember you got a couple of different options right there on the homepage. If you want to sign up for residential or commercial service, it's right there, bottom left corner, but also roll-off dumpsters. We always encourage you, like you can go to the website, you click on that, and get that done right there. But also 225-612-2477. I would call them and say, hey, here's what I've got going on at my home, at my business. We've got this project going on. Here's what I expect it to be. And so they're going to have the right size dumpster on your project. But even if you underestimate what it is and you have more, they'll come, they'll empty it, they'll bring it right back to you. That's the kind of customer service you get over at trashrangers.com.
That's right. Take out the trash like the real Tigers took out the trash of the fake Tigers this weekend. Reliable, waste, hassle-free trash removal service right here in South Louisiana. Whether it is commercial, whether it's residential, they can fit the need for you, whatever it is, whatever the size, whatever the project is. Give them a call. Let them handle your trash and waste. That is trashrangers.com.
I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs, and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
I want a new tour bus full of old guitars, Mount Star on Hollywood Boulevard, somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me. So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut change my name, cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop bosses driving 15 cars. Girls come.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
If you didn't join us the first segment of the show, we are our theme for the music today is taking our hat off and tipping our cap to the greatest position in the history of football, the star position.
Yep, now you know what it is.
Harold Perkins. I do know what it is. It's a linebacker. It's a really good linebacker. And I told you before that it just is a mindset, and star is just a short way of saying BMF.
Bad.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. You okay. All right, your biggest college football weekend takeaway, Alondra, we'll start with you. That was not the LSU Tigers.
I think I'm going to go back to what we talked about last segment a little bit, is that Carson Beck looked really good. And the interview that he did after the game where he got, I don't know if y'all saw it, but he got like very emotional about it. And he was like, Miami made me love football again. So my biggest takeaway is probably that he's a lot more comfortable and happier at Miami than he was at Georgia. And maybe that'll help him find more success. I mean, I don't know how you could be more, I guess, national championship, but
no, but I know what you mean. I mean, he could get back to what he was, 2 years ago when we thought maybe he's the first quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
He did look much more comfortable. And look, he didn't have weapons at Georgia. And look, some of the things he did at Georgia were on him.
Yeah.
But like CJ Daniels going to make that grab, he didn't have that last year. Like nobody was going to go make that play. So I like that one, Alondra. That's a good one. So Carson Beck.
I didn't want to do the arch thing because we talked about it at length.
You already poo-pooed on him.
All right, Tay.
I said I felt bad for him.
Biggest takeaway.
Alabama has bigger problems than Ty Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Easy target. I understand that he's a quarterback. Look, playing football on the road's hard. CJ Carr didn't look very good. Arch didn't look good. Ty Simpson didn't look good. You made your first start on the road. We get it. Alabama got abused on the offensive and defensive line pretty much all game long. So Alabama had 55 yards rushing on their opening drive. They finished the game with 80, which basically means Florida State made one small adjustment after the opening drive and got nothing. And then on the flip side of things, Florida State runs for around 200 yards. It wasn't just one guy. It was three different guys. Like, he's going to be the easy target because it was a big question mark coming into the season. And I understand he didn't play great, but they have a lot bigger issues than Ty Simpson.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Florida State. Castellanos only threw the ball 14 times, and they just imposed their will. 49 carries for 230 yards and 4 tutters on the ground for Florida State.
And they screwed around in that third quarter. Like, it's 24-7. They commit 3 penalties, which led to an Alabama touchdown. Like, I understand it was 31-17. Probably should have been closer to 38-10. Like, that game was not close, ever.
All right, Matthew, biggest takeaway outside of the LSU Tigers?
Yeah, I mean, Alabama was one of my big takeaways about just the kind of different mindset. But I'm sitting here looking at the top 25 scoreboard here on ESPN.com and just kind of just going over all the games, like kind of just refreshing my brain of what I watched this week. And one of my big takeaways is kind of like to all the haters out there who poo-poo on playing tough games first.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So how much better
Turn
does
it up
LSU
across the
feel?
way. Turn it up.
How much better does Ohio State feel? Because we were tested week 1. We learned a lot about our team. We learned a lot about who we are, about the mindset that this team has. And a lot of that mindset that this team and defense has is because they knew they had Clemson week 1, the entire offseason. Yeah. They had something to fight for. They had something to work for. They had a chip on their shoulder. Going into week 1, they were not going to play Montana State. They were not going to play Long Island University like the University of Florida did. They didn't play East Texas A&M like SMU did.
I don't even know. Where's that at?
They didn't play Illinois State like Oklahoma did. Or UTSA.
What about Arkansas Pine Bluff like Texas Tech did?
They didn't play it. How about Georgia State like Ole Miss did? They didn't do that.
Illinois State.
They're tested.
At Oklahoma.
So would you rather be sitting here with a team who you know who they are? You gave them something. You gave them a bullseye the entire offseason. And they punched that bullseye right in the face.
Yeah, they did. It's a great point.
That is my biggest takeaway is screw all the people that want the easy games because you know who this team is now. You gave them something to work for, and I'm looking at all this top 25s and the people that played small schools in week 1. I don't envy you right now because you just don't know. You're not tested, and I can tell you all these teams that did play somebody. George, you played Marshall. All right, cool. When's your first game?
I actually have Austin Peay next game.
Penn State. You played Nevada? Cool. Wins week 1.
They got FIU next, and then Villanova.
Ohio State, Texas, respect you. Alabama, Florida, respect.
So if you're listening, it's like, yeah, but these teams won like 67-5. It doesn't matter. Like that just doesn't.
You get nothing out of it.
You get no, and
you just don't have that juice. You don't have that bullseye to work for in the offseason.
Yeah, and the people that were clowning LSU for doing the 1-0 deal, there was plenty. It's like that was a mindset shift for them. Like they wanted to change the narrative because they hadn't done that in the previous years. They tried to like not make it too much about one game, and they said, "The hell with that. We're going to put their pictures on our dummies. We're going to put the paw print on our dummies. We're going to have 1-0 everywhere in the building. We're going to have 1-0 on our pregame shirts. We are going to worry about this game in this moment and start fast." Mm-hmm. And you saw the aggressive nature that they played with because they've been hearing about this team and how great the defensive line was and how great the stadium was and how great Cade Klubnik, was going to be for 7 months.
Yep.
That's all they've heard about.
Yep.
And so for them, right, it's like a bull that you just caged and you just, kept showing him like glimpses of the matador out there, but you didn't let him out of the cage, but he saw it. He saw it. And then you opened the door and you saw what the bull did after he was released.
Put yourself in the player's shoes in the summer. Let's rewind to, let's pick a date, June 28th. It's 190 degrees outside. It's humid. Your cleats are soaking wet. You're outside running your ass off, exhausted, right next to your brothers. And you can look at each other and you can say, Clemson.
Yeah.
Cade Klubnik. Like, we got it. Let's fight for this. Or you look at your brother and say, Long Island University. That's what we're fighting for. Which one are you taking?
Yeah, not the Sharks.
You get more. Yeah, not the Sharks.
Yeah.
Are there sharks in Long Island?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's what their mascot is.
No, it is. I'm looking at it here.
Got to be one or two.
Yeah, it was a complete mind shift for LSU. And then, like, the schedule, the way it lays out, all right, so you have this scenario where now you're coming back home. You're playing against Louisiana Tech. Are you going to be a heavy favorite? You are. But, like, I like there being an in-state game. Like, I don't know for you, but, like, for me, like, when we played against Louisiana Tech in 2007, man, that was – my best friend was on that team, right? Katie's cousin was on that team, right? You have all these people from, like, Louisiana that are on these teams. And, like, them, you played against them in high school. It's like, I don't want Louisiana Tech to come in here and have any success. Like, and so you go play that game, so you still stay up. And then you've got the team that Flynn and I hate the most coming to town, right? You got the Florida Gators coming to, so you don't have to have a dip to come back up. Like, you can still keep that same intensity that you have as you head into a matchup against Florida. The sharks in the Atlantic Ocean.
Dustin B. Said, yeah, Taylor, there's sharks in the Atlantic Ocean.
I know that.
It's an island.
Probably not on the island.
I'll be with Tay. Like, I don't think sharks when I think of Long Island. I mean,
and Brooklyn, New York, shark capital. I'm saying there's none, but like, how many are there?
Yeah, like Louisiana's on the coast.
Probably depends on like the migration patterns.
But if it was like if it was the cutoff sharks, like
cutoff sharks. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know. Biggest takeaway for me outside of LSU this week in college football. I mean, y'all have taken some good ones, but
I think
Tennessee is one we hadn't talked about yet. And I actually think Tennessee, like Syracuse lost.
Joey Aguilar.
They lost a lot, but still, Fran Brown's got them playing really hard, and they still got some Jimmies and Joes. But I thought Tennessee went out there, and I know for me, it quieted it down a little bit. Like, Joey Aguilar looked really good. Threw for 3 touchdowns. He ran for 34 yards. I thought Star Thomas had a nice day on the ground as well. And there was a lot of people that had a lot of things to say. Like, Joe Clack called Tennessee's offense glorified high school offense because Iamaleava, that's why he left. He didn't want to play in the glorified high school offense. No, it's just
left because he sucks.
What does that mean?
It's just an offense that wants to run the football. It wants to go fast, and it wants to have a quarterback that can get in and out of the huddle, and it can, do the things that he's asked to do when called upon. He doesn't have to be a complete game changer. Like, you don't have to be that. He was 16 of 28, but he threw for 3 touchdowns, so he was efficient. I love Josh Heupel's offense. I think it's diverse in the run game. I think they do everything out of 11 personnel, so it keeps you guessing as well. And I thought Joey Aguilar, against a pretty good Syracuse team, did all of that and certainly looked better than any of us probably anticipated he would.
Yeah, he did. That was kind of my other takeaway from this weekend was Tennessee playing quieting the noise from the whole like QB mess. Let's trade quarterbacks with UCLA over there. But yeah, they played well, and against a good Syracuse team. I would expect Syracuse to make a little bit of noise this year, but yeah, Tennessee's going to be Tennessee played well, and I don't even know what does that even mean, a high school offense. I don't even know what that.
I don't know. He was trying to explain like how Tennessee was wrong with the way that they ended, and he said he just wanted to play in a glorified high school offense. I
don't know what that means.
I wouldn't say that about Josh Heupel's offense at all.
College athletes and you run a certain offense, like what qualifies a high school offense?
And you also had the offensive player of the year in the conference last year.
Like which high school?
Which
high school? Shreveport Evangel or Tyler Lee?
Yeah, are we running the triple option? There's a lot of high schools, a lot of different philosophies on offense out there. Joe Klatt, not great, bud. Like I can understand, like in the NFL, maybe saying like this is more of a college scheme, because there's certain things that work, but college is just different. I don't know. College is, what does that even mean? A lot of high schools. I think there's over 25,000 high schools out there. A lot of different offenses.
All right,
take.
We will step away. More OTB when we come back here. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. Boots on the ground in both. Not driving back and forth. No. They have an office in Lafayette. They have an office in Baton Rouge. They're also in both local communities. They can help you out. And when you go to the website, we say it often, the internet hates everything, but it loves Pelican Roofing. You'll see the 5-star reviews right there on the homepage. You can check out the financing options they have available on the homepage as well. So go to the website today. That's pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, the most trusted roofing company in Louisiana. Offices in Lafayette, offices in Baton Rouge. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you call them and you have them sign up to get a new roof from Pelican Roof, they will dedicate a project manager specifically to your project so you get the best customer service, the best work that you possibly can. So, and how about financing options? It is a big decision. So go check out their financing options. Start it right there on the website, 0% for up to 21 months for qualified buyers. Go check them out today, pelicanroof.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. As we know, we just had week 1 in college football, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, this one is for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. And YouTube, your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Baton Rouge, that's all one word, Baton Rouge, to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, again, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, 21 plus, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensing partner, Golden Nugget, Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only. And auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
Slash.
You know who's not a slash?
What's that?
Harold Perkins. He's a star, baby. A shooting star. A shining star. The greatest star the world of tackle football has ever seen.
How many times?
What if Curly Lambeau would have had Harold Perkins? He would have said, that is not a linebacker. That is not a safety. He's a slasher. He's a star. He's a big burning ball of gas.
He plays fast like that again and becomes somebody that stalks quarterbacks like he once did and like he did Saturday. I don't give a damn what he calls himself. He can be a wolf. He can be a star. He can be a linebacker. He can be a safety. He can be whatever the hell he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care what they call it. Just do that.
Just do that.
Do those things.
Like the captain's got C patches. Put a star on his chest.
Oh, the C patches look great.
C patches did look good.
Oh,
got to give it to him. We broke tradition.
They didn't go like old cheapo. You know what I mean? Like a lot of teams go cheap and they'll use like a version of what the NFL uses, which I don't love. They said no. We're gonna make it look good on our uniform. It was nice. Liked it. He had Garrett Nussmeier and Whit Weeks.
Why didn't they put the C armband like soccer does?
Because it's a different
sport. And they like take it off when they go off the field for some reason. Because they're not the captain anymore if they're not playing.
If they're not on the field, then they give the armband to somebody because that's who the referee talks to.
Because they lose their leaderships.
That's who the referee talks to when he has an issue as the captain. So if the captain's on the bench because he got subbed off, he can't talk to him. So
hey, captain, look at this guy. I saw him not get hit, but he's rolling around on a stretcher right now.
Captain, oh captain.
A lot of grit.
Clemson had 43 dropbacks in the game, all right? 43. How many times, we're going to go around the room, how many times do you think LSU pressured Clemson in the 43
What do we consider a pressure? 5+ people rushing or somebody from a second level coming as well, but they're still only rushing 4?
I'd say 5. Anybody, 5 or more.
Okay. How many 43 dropbacks?
Look. Let's not get too technical.
You mean
just give me a
recorded like as a pressure? Like how many times?
Look, it can be either. Listen, good God, y'all.
We are ball knowers. You got to break it down.
Okay, either how many times 5 people or more came, or if it was just 4, but it was somebody not on the defensive line. That's what that's a blitz.
All right, 20.
Yes. Are you trying to tell me that's not a blitz? If you bring 3 and the corner comes on the backside, that's a blitz. Don't try to be too smart up here. Okay. How many of 43 dropbacks?
Let's see. I'm going to say 43 dropbacks, blah, 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 30.
Okay.
6.
Good God. Alondra.
25.
We brought a lot of people.
Okay.
I'm going to go 20.
Okay. Are we playing Price is Right rules?
Can't go over.
Can't go over.
32.
It's 29. So Alondra, of 43 dropbacks, 29 blitzes brought by this LSU defense. So blitz percentage lined up in the box, 62.8%. Blitz percentage lined up as a slot corner, 10.3%. Corner blitz, 3.5%. Simulated pressure, 10.3%. 5 people, right? So more than 4, which is normal. 5 people, 55.2% of the time. 6, 20.7%. They brought 7 people 14% of the time. 7 people, 14% of the time.
That's pretty good.
A big number.
Yeah, that is a big number, but it's also like indicative of kind of the offense too, because Clemson does do some 3 receiver route combinations. So green dogs, based on like if a green dog would be if a linebacker has a running back in man to man and he stays in and
they
blocks.
got caught one time. Did you? I don't know if you saw it. I think it was Wes Weeks. He did what you're supposed to do. Randall, the running back, who wanted no part of picking up either Weeks' brother or Harold Perkins in pass protection. He O-laid 3 times, but that's neither here nor there. It's just really bad. So he had protection, and Wes Weeks did exactly what you're supposed to. He had him man, so he waited. He scanned it, and he added himself to the blitz. And then Kay Klubnik, it wasn't an athletic play, kind of drifted back enough, and then Randall went out into the route. It only got him really one time, the green dog situation.
Yep. Yeah, and to explain that, so sometimes like a pressure will be like a 7-man pressure, but it could have been a 5-man pressure if the back and the tight end, or if it's 2 backs in there, if they both got out, they would have had them man to man. But if they stay in and block, they will pressure. They'll add on to the pressure. They'll just try to find a gap, whether it's B gap, A gap, C gap, whatever it is. But yes, just like to your point, offenses can also try to play off that and try to hit a screen or a quick hitter to a running back where he acts like he's pressuring. And as soon as the linebacker goes, he releases into the flat or releases over the middle, whatever it is. I want to discuss a play that LSU ran.
We're not going to get to watch it.
We're not going to get to watch it. And it's a glorious play.
The cord doesn't work.
And I'd like to say that I got to give credit to this play to Jonathan Moxon.
Hell yeah. I know what play you're talking about.
Quarterback for the West Canyon Coyotes in the 90s. Well,
did he end up playing at Brown or no? Just went to school?
Well,
he went because he never played football again.
It's true.
Never played football again. That's right. Was it Northwestern who he got where Jonathan Moxon stole this play from?
Mississippi Valley.
Mississippi Valley. All right. Well, the play's called the oop-de-oop. And LSU ran the oop-de-oop.
Yeah, they did.
You look full receiver strong. You get one-on-one backside. Line them up all strong. You get the one-on-one backside.
Yeah.
So when we were at SEC Media Days, we asked Nussmeier if they'd ever seen Varsity Blues. And those son of a guns, can you believe it? They were playing us like a fiddle. Yep. They told us they hadn't seen it.
Yep.
Well, it turns out that they just didn't want to give it away.
I got it.
They had seen it. They watched it as a team probably. They watched it in the film room. They studied that film. They watched Jonathan Moxon do that in practice.
Yep.
Line 4 receiver strong, get one-on-one backside. Guess what?
Tutter.
Who caught that Tutter?
Trey Green.
How tall is he?
6'7".
Was it one-on-one coverage?
It was.
Was it the oop-de-oop?
It was.
Who invented it?
Mississippi Valley State.
Who perfected it?
Jonathan Moxon.
Who ran it the other night?
LSU
Scored a touchdown. They have seen Varsity Blues. They were lying to those sneaky son of a guns. They tried to make old jokes and say it was not their generation, but it was. They had seen it. Good for them.
Yeah. Or maybe we inspired them to watch it.
Oop-de-oop, freaking oop.
True. Well, I mean, it was a oop-de-oop. That's great.
Can we play? I know we can. Like, is there I'd like to play that scene right here on air since we can't play game film because the game film wire doesn't work.
Why would that work?
That's a good point.
Also, another thing, the play that they ran where it was Juwan Johnson to Xavier Thomas, where he threw it. I'm like, where's this going to end? Okay, he's gonna run. I was like, Xavier Thomas on the reverse. He's got like 7 yards in front of him, and then he goes to throw. I'm like, who's he throwing it to? And I see him throw it, and great catch by Aaron Anderson at his shoelaces there, man. Mm-hmm. But that was one of my favorite plays because I'm like calling the game. I'm like, where's he going?
99.9 QBR for Xavier Thomas.
No big deal.
Hey, we talked about like what he's going to mean to this team, and he didn't. How many times did Xavier? So he threw one, he rushed it 3 times, and then he had 1 catch. But he's so impactful. Like I loved, and we talked about this play when he motioned to pistol, and they ran receiver counter. How many times you see a receiver run counter? But he's got the ability to do so.
That was such a great.
And he was underused last year because Jake talked about it 2 weeks ago when they ran that play a year ago. It worked. Like he was underused. Now they probably ran it 1 too many times on Saturday, but when
it only didn't work once though because they motioned and then ran outside zone that did work. So they had 2. They had a counter and an outside zone that worked.
Early on in the first quarter, they ran the counter.
Did a great job reading it too. I mean, he came.
Yeah, it was well blocked. So, it was. You basically simulated a quarterback counter.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're motioning, and they snapped it so fast, so he didn't even have his feet set.
Yeah.
Very creatively. The run game still needs some work with your base runs, with your basic runs, but the creativity that was
but also,
like that second half, it was much better. But it was like the creativity created a lot of sparks. Caden Durham is a man.
Before the game, they were rushing recipes for success. I was like, man, if Caden Durham runs it like 17 times for 75 yards, that's going to be enough. He ran 17 times for 74 yards. So I was a yard off. I was wrong.
Price is right rules.
But that's all this running game has to be. Like they ran 31 times for 108 yards. It's not what you want every time, but in a game like that, how much better does that feel than it did a year ago? And obviously like some of the sack yardage comes off from Nussmeier. So like 8 of those yards. So you really ran 30 times for 116. But when you look at the run game, last year we broke it down. It was inside zone. That's what it was. I think that's kind of all it was. How about this? You ran the football 32 times. You ran 13 outside zones. You ran 7 inside zones. You ran duo 7 times. You ran counter, and you ran 2 quarterback sneaks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's diversity in the run game. Like they didn't even really have outside zone up in the playbook a year ago. Like, it was there, but they never they ran it 41% of the time, and they ran duo 7 times. They ran duo last year.
And last year we were a zone, and then we tried to do other things, but it didn't. It just looked out of place. Like, it looked like we were trying too hard to install something that wasn't like the foundational piece.
Because with Jaden back there, it makes sense to run inside zone because his ability to pull it. But that's not the case. And when we went out to practice, I mean, Joe Sloan told us, he's like, we're going to do some more stuff.
Yep.
It's going to look a little bit different. And it did. And shout out to the tackles in this game and the receivers and the tight ends on the edge, right? They did an incredible job of giving Caden Durham the ability to cut off the outside zone. Yep. They got one holding call, I believe, on the edge. But the receivers, again, it's kind of what we go back to. Like when Wes Weeks is blitzing, he understands he's not going to go make the play, but he's hitting that guard right in his chest.
Yep.
Because he knows somebody else is going to make the play. When the receivers are out there blocking like that, they know they're not going to get, the celebration for scoring a 60-yard touchdown. But when you watch film, you're getting attaboy, right? And you're doing the things for your team and not just yourself. And that was evident all across this tape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned it was a really clean game from the offensive line, especially week 1. I mean, it's usually the time where you're going to see some holding calls. You're going to see some false starts. You're going to see some not being lined up perfectly on the line of scrimmage, some procedural things. But you see that a lot. But it was a very clean game. And then when it wasn't completely clean, Caden Durham could make plays. First play of the game, we come out and run a zone to the left. Or a zone. And Caden cuts it back, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Because the Clemson ran a game. Those are good. They went east-west. They kind of muddied all the holes. The left tackle couldn't get up to the second-level linebacker. But guess what? Breaks a tackle. And so we have that element. So it was almost to the point where it was like, all right, first half, we're like, all right, maybe let's throw a little bit. Let's got to throw a little bit more. But, you could tell that they want to get that running game established. That's right. It's a point of emphasis, and it's not going to do nothing but help us as we go forward.
All right. We're going to continue breaking it down. How could we not? I mean, just the game that they did, and even when they took a touchdown off the board, that was a touchdown, and I'm not listening to you, Des Bryant. We'll talk about that later on, why it was a touchdown, because it was. And when the broadcast like, what are we doing?
I agree.
That was a touchdown. If the ball touches the pylon, the nose of it, then you fumble, it doesn't matter. It touched the pylon. So when your leg touches the pylon, when you have control, why is it not a touchdown? So we can talk about that. We've got Devin Snow. We got weekend winners as well. So weekend winners at 9, Devin Snow at 9:15. Why it was a touchdown. All of that still coming your way here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyota of BatonRouge.com. You're too close to the case. You got to turn in your badge.
What case?
Des Bryant, that was a catch too, but we'll talk about that later. Go to allstartoyota of BatonRouge.com. If you are buying new, if you're leasing, if you're renting, every single thing is available. Now, when you're buying new, that's obvious. That's everywhere, right? But when you're leasing, maybe you have an option, like one in each category. Not the case. You get everything. When you're renting, you get like 3. You get sedan, midsize SUV. Yeah, true. Like sedan 3 times. Midsize SUV, maybe you get a van. You're not going to get a truck. You're going to get a full-size SUV. Everything is always available. Go to the website today, allstartoyota.com.
Yeah, give them go see them today. They're right there on Airline near Goodwood. And if it's that time, if you're in the market for a car, whether it's new, used, whether it's a long-term lease, whatever, you can see everything. They have a lot right there on their website. Also, start the trade-in process on your current vehicle right now. allstartoyota BatonRouge.com.
...2007 champs. Purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5, ESPN Baton Rouge. Bilbo Baggins says, can we talk about the hustle from Bauer Sharp after he turned the ball over? Yeah, we said it on the broadcast. I know you don't want to fumble, and he had the turnover there, but, I mean, he did get up and went and chased the guy down. And how about the defense bowing their neck there, holding them to 3 points? That was massive, obviously, in the game. But it really is like
Bauer Sharp's a player, man.
Yeah, CB was like, do you think he fumbled? I said, how quickly he got up to go chase him down, he knows he fumbled it.
And let's talk about the hypocrisy of football rule book when it comes to a catch. What is a catch? What is not a catch? How can you take 2 steps and be a fumble, and not take 2 steps and be a catch? That makes no sense. You can't have one without the other. And I know I'm a little skewed on my take of like what is a catch and what's not a catch, but like what is the actual rule? How can you take 2 steps and fumble?
Yeah. But if you take 2 steps in the end zone, but you don't
and
finish,
technically a 3rd step because you hit the pylon, which
again, like I remember a touchdown I had against Auburn where I saw the pylon, I dove, the ball hit the pylon, and then when I hit the ground, the ball went boom, right? Spits out. Touchdown. What's the difference in that? And then when a receiver catches it, feet down, hits the pylon, doesn't finish the catch. It's dumb.
Anyway, Bauer Sharp's going to make some big plays this year. Make some big plays. Good player.
And we're going to make another hour of radio here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004 in the greater Baton Rouge area, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. That contact information, top right corner of the website, Interior Outdoor Living. Always remember they can help you with both. Sometimes they help you, like, they put something on the outside and it helps the outside and the inside like they did for me. But go to the website today. Schedule everything with Brandon Barton and the team, KTOZBlinds.com.
That's right. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. That's because they have options and they have answers for you, whether it's inside your house, whether it's outside on your outdoor patio with the power shades. Turn that outdoor living area into an extension of your home when you are hosting. Give them a call. Have them come out to your house and just tell you what you need to cover those windows, make them look better, make your house more energy efficient. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Go to K2ZBlinds.com.